What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I am Jay. This is Jay's Life Out Loud, a channel about nothing, but it's about something. So this has been on my mind for a couple of days now, and I overheard it on on IG. So I'm going to use Chat GPT, and this is for my black brothers and sisters, especially for my sisters. Now, y'all watch this. How many black women went missing in 2021? It says that at the end of 2021, there were 93,918 active missing person records. Okay, then they broke it down. Over the course of 2021, 89,020 black women and girls of all ages are recorded as missing persons. At the end of 2021, there were 14,323 cases involving black females out of the 93,000. Now, y'all hear that, right? So that's 14,323. What about 2022? In 2022, the FBI National Crime Information Center reported that there were 271,493 girls and women reported missing. Of those, 97,924, or over 30% of those, were black women and children. Y'all listen to these numbers. What about 2023? Waiting for GPT to come up. What the data says for 2023 and 2023, 280,031 girls and women were reported missing. Out of those, 103 were black. The number of active missing persons records for black women and girls was reported as more than 14,000 in 2023. What about 2024? I hope y'all listening. Listen to these numbers because it's crazy. As of January 2024, the U.S. National Missing and Unidentified Persons System had 23,972 unresolved missing person cases. Of these, about 37% were black teenage women. Says it reports that in 2024 there were 300,000 plus missing persons filed, with race was recorded as white, along with 17,097 with unknown race. The breakdown for black women specifically was not included in the status. So I read these numbers because those numbers are an alarming rate for our black women to be missing. And I understand that each case is broken down. Some are runaways, some are people that don't want to be found, but I guarantee that the majority were kidnapped, sex trafficked, these other things. Some were murdered. any way, shape, or form is sad. It's disgusting that the news doesn't talk about it. You don't see this on CNN. You don't see anybody talking about these black women that are disappearing in high numbers. Also our teens. Let me see if that comes up. In 2024, how many black males were missing? Waiting on chat. There were 95,871 missing persons of black males. But at the end of 2024, there were 14,907 active missing persons report. I'm telling our people now, for your daughters, for your wives, for us in general, I'm going to give you some keys that I think may help cut it down, keep your family safe. I don't know if a lot of you know that they have these, I can't think of the name of them, but it's like little trackers that they have. I'm going to say iPhone tracker. Tags, air tags. And I don't know if y'all can see this, but they look like that. And these air tags can go anywhere and be found by the location. And, I think that will be a good way for our kids, because a lot of these kids, I'm leaving for work in the morning. I'm out the house by 6:20, and I'm seeing these kids. When the seasons change, it gets darker. These kids are walking in the dark to school. Girls and boys, some of them are walking by themselves. I believe that you should put some type of tracker within their coat and their pocket, clothes somewhere, that if something happens, you can always find them. I don't know a lot of rules about these schools, because every school is different, but there's ways that you can protect your child. We have stun guns that you can buy, and you teach them how to use them, when to use them. We have pepper spray, mace, these things that you can buy. They have, I'm sure they have classes still on self-defense. Sit down with your child and discuss this with them. Your cousins, black males, your wife going out to the car, your girlfriend going out shopping late at night, go with her. You land on the couch, you don't want to get up, and she got to go do whatever. Get up and go with her. If she has to get out the car and go a certain distance to get in the store or whatever it is, go with her. If you're in a neighborhood that you don't feel safe, even a neighborhood that you feel safe in, let somebody know where you're going. Share your location on your phones. The tags are so if their phones get taken away from them, most likely the person is not going to check their person to see if they have these air tags on them. Beware of your surroundings. Do not park next to vans. Travel in pairs. Like I say, let somebody know where you're going. Sometimes we can be in relationships and your wife asks you, your girl asks you where you going, your mama asks you where you going, and you like, I'm grown. Sometimes I tell my wife, and we laugh about it, I'm a grown ass man. But it is very important to know where your people is at, because like my mother used to tell me, if something happens to you and they come and ask me, where did he say he was going? If I come up missing, where did he say he was going? What area did he say he would be in? And she has no clue, because I told her I was going to be at Kroger's and I went, partying. I'm seeing a lot of young black men leaving with friends only to be found dead somewhere alone. We have to step up as a unit. Your family your household, the people within it are a unit. But outside of that, your neighbors, connecting with your neighbors. You know what I'm saying? If you got a cool neighbor that speak all the time, go over there and get that neighbor your phone number. You know, and let them get theirs. And that way you guys can look out for each other. If you're not around and somebody's at your house that they don't recognize, or they, you know, going in your backyard, they can give you a call. Same, vice versa. In Detroit, I seen a lady put up that a car pulled up, snatched the little girl in the car. Only thing was left was her Ugg slippers that was left on the ground. Say 4 men jumped out, grabbed her. For those that are of age and can do it, and the world that we live in, I suggest that every black person, I want to get close so y'all can hear me, every black person needs to arm themselves. I don't care if it's one at home, one in the car, whatever it is. I don't care if you can't get your hand on a handgun right now, but you can go in and buy a shotgun, a rifle, whatever it is. Every black person needs to be armed, and we need to watch out for each other. I know we got a lot of things that go on in the neighborhoods because this person is doing that and this person is doing that, but we are entering strange times. Please be careful of the company that you keep. Like I say, these young girls are leaving home with so-called friends. I'm running to the store and they, finding them dead here and there, beat to death. Start asking your kids questions. We have a lot of people that in our race that get upset. We get in our feelings. We feel somebody punking us, whatever it is. We jump up. We run out the house to go act. You know, we get activated. You know, stay dangerous. We want to go solve the problem, get it over with. We're not waiting for you to come. A lot of people are not coming home because of that. My sisters, you running to get this man because your boyfriend did this or he did that or this person said this, and you know you was popping off at the mouth. Now your brother done ran out here, he done got killed because of you. Brothers, you going to get your mans, telling your mans these cats is out of pocket, but the whole time it's you, and you getting somebody killed or hurt or innocent children. It is time out for the BS. It is time to start looking, not only looking out for your own back, but looking out for your people. We are leaving this earth at an alarming rate. We are disappearing at an alarming rate. I believe a lot of it has to do with organs, a lot of testing. Back in the day, they did testing on herpes with us and all types of syphilis or whatever. And back then, they could get away with it. Now they can't. So what they're doing now is, I believe they're kidnapping people, not only just for sex trafficking, but for organs and every other type of experiment. Believe it. Look it up. You can go on the internet, and the facts that I gave you, you can find them yourself. Be cautious. Before you leave that store, look both ways. Look out in the parking lot. Look who's parked next to you. If you have to, set your emergency alarm off on your car until you get to the car, until you get in, and then turn it off. Because what it's going to do is going to draw attention to your car. And the last thing you want a kidnapper wants, or kidnappers want, is for attention to be drawn. I've heard several stories about foreigners. I don't know which kind of foreigners, setting it up where it's a van over here, it's another person over here, and they setting people up to be kidnapped, sex trafficked, and all that. Know where your people at. Tell somebody where you're going. Air tag it. Whatever you got to do. It's no longer that we go out of the country and we believe we're not safe. You're not safe in your own country. We are across enemy lines. Arm yourself. Protect your home, protect your people, protect your family. When you out and about, you can't be walking like this. A man said he stopped a young boy the other day. He said a boy could have got hit by a car because of being kidnapped. He said he seen the van slow up when they seen the boy, and they slowed down. He said the boy was just like this. And then as grown people, a lot of times, this is how we are walking down the street. We don't see nothing going on. You ain't looking for your peripheral or nothing. You just looking straight. We got people, second man in the same day, black man that was found hung in a tree. Know your area. Know the people that are around you. We've all heard stories about Mississippi. And for parents, when it comes to black history and them taking the stuff out of the school, it is up to you to make sure that these books are in the house, that you learn about black history and the things that were done to us, not even a long time ago, but even now. Sit down and have that talk with your children. Some of you grown parents are leaving your children at home, and not saying they're not safe, but you're not telling them where you going. You're not telling them, well, I'm headed over to Jeanette's house. So if something happened, you know where I was at. Not the point that you have to report to your children, but the point that they know where you at if something happens. Open your eyes. Listen. There is something that God gives you called discernment. And even when I was in the streets doing my silly shit, God had discernment on me, and I knew when something was wrong, something wasn't right, or something was getting ready to go down. Use that discernment. Pray on it I pray that the Lord gives you discernment. I love y'all. Be careful out in these streets. We're in strange times. Strange times. Peace.